or welcome back to my channel, Stitch and Style by me, Nadia. And today I've got quite a quick catch up for you. I've got a few things to share. I'm sorry I've not had a chance to post since my last vlog where I was doing the giveaway. I will announce the winner of the giveaway in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. I just wanted to say thank you to Sally, who is the Staffordshire sewist, and her lovely friend who is also called Sally, and all of the people that attended the social. I had a really good time. I met some other lovely people and it was just so nice to spend the day with everybody sewing. So yes, thank you to both of the Sallys, it was really good fun. First of all, I want to talk about the Mabel top, which is by Tilly and the Buttons, and I'm sure you've all seen it because the Northern Soul Sisters did a little challenge and I was waiting to see how Ruan and Tamlin got on with their Mabels before I wanted to try my own. So yeah, I waited for their videos and I really enjoyed the vlog that they did about the Mabel, and yeah, definitely inspired me to have a go at mine. So the pattern itself goes from sizes 6 to 34 UK, and that's a bust 30 to 60 inches and hip 33 inches to 61 inches. It says it's a pattern for improvers. I probably think that's right, although I found it actually quite straightforward. So maybe if you're feeling confident as a beginner, then maybe give it a go. I was very nervous about the shirring, to be honest, but actually I found the shirring was not too bad at all. So before I talk a little bit more about the process of making it and the sizing, I just thought I'd tell you about the fabric. And this is a fabric that I got from Guthrie and Garney, and it was a remnant piece, so I think I had about 1.5 meters of it, and I thought that that's just perfect for making a top. And I did want to make something that was suitable for work. I've got a little bit of a gap in my wardrobe for work items, and I thought this could fit the bill. Yeah, it's quite a this is a tartan fabric, and I want to call this Prince of Wales check, but I'm not 100% sure that that's what it's called. And this is I think it's a viscose, but it's quite a substantial weight. I'm not 100% sure on the composition, but I thought this fabric would just smarten up this pretty blouse, and so it would be suitable for work. So in terms of sizing, I chose a size 4. Now my bust measurement falls into a size 5, my waist is a size 4, and then my hip is between a size 5 and a size 6. So I thought a hip doesn't matter too much, and I looked at the finished garment measurements just to make sure that my hip would comfortably fit into that. And the finished garment measurement for the size 4 is a 43-inch bust and a 56-inch hip. So I thought that gave me enough room. Yeah, I did size one size down on the bust, and I'm quite pleased with the fit. I know that other people have suggested maybe sizing down 2 sizes, but I'm quite happy with how it is sitting. The only thing that I might have done next time is just to shorten this elastic slightly, because when I bend over there is a little bit of gaping like that. Otherwise I think it sits beautifully, and I'll just turn around and show you the back. I think it might be a little bit too tight on the sleeves if I size down any more. What I am finding that's a little bit uncomfortable is that the sleeves keep riding up, and I do get that on some makes, and I keep having to feel like I have to pull them down. Now I did lengthen the bodice and I lengthened the sleeves. So I lengthened the sleeves about 3 centimetres and I lengthened the bodice 4.5 centimetres. And I did do a little bit of a sway back adjustment as well, so I took some length out the centre back. Now it's not actually sitting on my waist, even though I lengthened it 4.5 centimetres. So I'll show you where it's sitting. So it's sitting here, and this is where my ribs are. So my natural waist is there. So you can see how much above my natural waist it is. So if I wanted to wear a belt, which I would put a belt here, it would be above where my waist is, so I wouldn't be able to wear a belt with it. And if I wanted it to sit on my natural waist, I would have to lengthen it, I would say, by about another 4 centimetres. So in terms of the process of making this top, I do have to give a big thank you to Becky from What Beck Sews, because she has a Janome machine, which I have a Janome machine, and she has a top loader. And I know that I watched her vlog when she published it a few months ago, talking about how to do shearing with a Janome machine that was top loading, and I watched that at the time and I thought, oh, I must remember when I make the Mabel to go back and watch the vlog again, just so I could make sure that I'd got the technique right in terms of pulling the shearing elastic up so it goes through the tension properly and then it gathers. So I watched that, and first go worked a charm. So yeah, I probably would have really struggled without Becky's assistance. So yeah, big thank you to her. And since I made this top, I've seen that Michelle, Sewing Bunny, has done a really thorough and really helpful sew along for this top. And so if you're struggling or anything with it, or if you want somebody to sew along with, then I'd really recommend checking out Michelle's channel, which I'm sure you already do. The other person that I want to give a shout out to is Rachel, Stitched Up, because I think she's really good at giving you those tips that you've not heard before. So she said, rather than winding the bobbin by hand, she finds it fine just to use the slowest setting on the machine when winding the bobbin and doing it by machine. And yeah, to be honest, that's what I did. I just copied Rachel's. I thought, if it's good enough for Rachel, it's good enough for me. And it worked absolutely perfectly, really well. And I didn't have any problems with the shearing at all. So yeah, I'll give you a little bit of a close-up. I like how it goes, the check just brings all closer together. I really like it in this check material. Now you'll see that I have included the selvage on the bottom of the sleeves, and I did the same at the bottom of my top, and I also did the same at the bottom of my little ties, so I wouldn't have to turn them under or tie them in a knot or anything. So I thought that was very clever of me. I was feeling very smug and very creative that I'd decided to put the selvage at the bottom. So yeah, it doesn't need a hem, so that saved me a little bit of time. So I am happy with this top, but I don't find it the most comfortable thing to wear. Especially just the sleeves just irritates me with them riding up and everything, and I don't like where it's sitting on my waist. And when I'm wearing it with trousers and things, it keeps getting like caught up, like there, you can see it's just happened. It keeps getting caught up into my trousers, which I find really irritating, and I don't really like the way it looks full length. So the thing that I find about this top is, because it's sitting quite high here and I'm very long in the torso, so between the underneath of my bust and here, I feel like where it's sitting now just emphasises that, how long I am in the body, and I just don't feel like the most comfortable in it. So those are just a couple little things why I'm not really enjoying wearing the Mabel top. Now, I think it could work a little bit better in a dress, and I might find it a little less irritating to wear if I had long sleeves. So I'm not ruling this pattern out altogether, but I think it's going to be a little bit of time before I make it again. I'm just going to have a little bit of time out from it. Oh, the other thing that went a little bit wrong, but I was able to correct it. I'd finished the top and I was really happy, but then on closer inspection I noticed that the shearing elastic was on the outside of one of my sleeves. Now, I don't know whether I'd done it on the wrong side, because this fabric, it looks identical on the right and the wrong side. I don't know whether I'd done that mistake again and done it on the wrong side, or whether I'd just attached the sleeve the wrong way, and it would have meant me unpicking the sleeve. But what I decided to do was to unpick the shearing elastic and then redo the shearing again. Now, I don't know whether which would have been the easiest to do, but I decided that one was, and yeah, it took me a little bit of time, so that was a little bit frustrating. So just make sure, if you're working with fabric, and I really should learn my lesson because I know I've done this before, is to pay a little bit more attention to the right and the wrong side. And I thought I had done, so I don't know where I'd gone wrong. But obviously something had gone wrong. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about was Bianca's challenge. And you might remember that Bianca ran a challenge to raise money and awareness about blood pressure, and yeah, I happened to be one of the lucky winners, and I won a £75 voucher from UK Fabrics Online. So that was very exciting, and thanks to Bianca for running the challenge. And I'm really excited to get my fabric, and I will share that with you when it arrives. Now, they tend to specialise in like upholstery fabrics and fabrics for, I think you can make bags with it, and also like outdoor fabrics and sportswear. Now, I've chosen some fabric because I want to make some dust covers for my machines. I've got 3 machines. I've got an overlocker, I've got my basic manual machine, and I've also got a computerised machine. So and they don't have dust covers. 2 of them come with just the soft covers. Only one of my machines has the hard cover. So yeah, I've only got them covered with the soft covers that they came with, and I want to make my little sewing area just a little bit smarter, a little bit nicer, and to make myself some nice matching dust covers for my machines. So that's the plan. So now to announce the winner of my giveaway, and I've not actually done the draw yet, so I'm going to pop the name here. I'm also going to reply to the winner and to let them know that they've won the gift voucher. So if you're the lucky winner, then please get in touch with me and I will send you the voucher by email. So congratulations to the lucky winner, but thank you to everybody who took part and left me a little comment. I so enjoyed reading about what you're all up to. I found it really inspiring. I found some new patterns. And yeah, it was just so nice to have a chat with you all in the comments. And I know that I might have a few extra viewers because the lovely Christine, who is the Gemini Stitcher on YouTube, mentioned me in her recent vlog. Yeah, it's so nice that she's supporting other small channels. I think we have a similar number of subscribers. Her vlogs are jam-packed full of patterns and fabrics and sewing chat. Yeah, so please check out Christine's vlogs. Thanks so much for joining me today. I look forward to catching up with you again soon when I can, and I'll see you next time. Bye!